You're looking live. It's Battle on the Island, Night 2. It's semifinals from the Gold Division. I've got Coach Trey Chandler with me. Big game tonight. You guys haven't won this tournament before. You've hosted it for a number of years. It's always competitive for you guys. Always get a lot of experience out of it, but you've never taken the title. You took a title from these guys last week at the Pregame Invitational, so this is a rematch, maybe a little bit of a grudge match. What are you looking forward to tonight from your team?
Intensity, physicality, just matching their physicality, but just being ready to play. I think the first 8 minutes of the game is going to decide who's going to take control, and so we want to make sure we try to strike early.
Now, you've seen these guys before, you know what you're capable of, and it's very fresh in your mind. What sort of adjustments are you making based upon that championship game?
Just correcting the mistakes from last game, cleaning up the turnovers, making sure we box out and rebound, and making sure we handle the press accordingly. So we're shaping up those corrections, and we're hoping that we can have a different outcome.
How much of a factor is Carson Crawford going to play in this game tonight? He's been one of your leading scorers, his big name on the team right now. How much of an impact should he have tonight?
A big one, a huge one. We're looking for him to make the right play. After having 30 and 16 last game, they're going to make adjustments. So he's got to be ready to find open guys when they're open, and his assist count should go up.
Absolutely. Good luck tonight. Looking forward to a great game.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a bit.
Absolutely.
Well, this is a grudge match tonight, y'all. Andrew Jackson back into town, Fleming Island, a rematch of the Pregame Invitational Championship. This is going to be an exciting game. This crowd right now is absolutely packed, and we're going to have a lot of noise tonight. We're going to try to get the Andrew Jackson head coach in just a second. He's having his pregame meeting with the referees. But in the meantime, this is a highly anticipated game. A lot of people coming out tonight. In fact, the Barstool FIHS account is trying to get about 150 students behind me. I don't think that's going to be hard to do. They're going to get a lot of folks in here tonight. Again, this is a semifinal match. Winner of this game advances to the championship game on Saturday. They will face the winner of Ponte Vedra and Lake Highland Prep, which we will have immediately following this game. So just a quick programming note for you. You're watching this stream now. We will change to a different one when the Ponte Vedra Lake Highland game gets started. Winner of that game will meet the winner of this one. Should be super exciting. Also, the Fleming Island girls fell to the Bulls girls earlier, so the Bulldogs are moving on to the championship game. We will see them on Saturday. Who they'll face, we'll have yet determined for you. We're going to keep an eye on the brackets. Also, just for fun tonight, since I know a lot of people are watching football, we're going to have the college football playoff as well. Coach, thanks for stopping by. Rematch of the Pregame Invitational game. You've seen these guys before. It's not just on paper now. What sort of adjustments do you have to make from that last game to try to get a win tonight?
For us, we just got to finish layups and finish free throws. Don't turn the ball over. Guard him honest. We got to stop the big kid. He exploded on us last time, so we got to slow him up.
About to say Carson Crawford, their leading player right now, pretty destructive down low, does a lot from the outside too. What do you got to do to key on him this evening especially?
We're going to try to force him to do some things he ain't used to doing all the time. We're going to mix it up on him.
A lot of full court pressure played in high school ball up this way. How much do you think that could apply to a team that plays really fast? Fleming Island does like to move hot. You're going to be able to answer that speed tonight? You're going to back off and force them to play your game?
No, that's what we do. We like to play fast. We like to press 32 minutes. That's our type of game. We're going to stick to it.
Big game tonight. Good luck to you. We'll see you afterwards. All right, you've heard it here, folks. We're ready to get started. This game is going to get hot real quick. Just about 3 minutes to go before we get started. We're going to take a commercial break. Don't worry, I've got a pack of cough drops tonight. I'm ready to talk. Let's do this. You're watching Hoops on SSB. It's the Battle on the Island tournament, semifinals in the Gold Division. We'll be back right after this commercial timeout.
Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.
Welcome into the Battle on the Island tournament, live from the Nest. Semi-final action in the Gold Tournament Division. Fleming Island taking on Andrew Jackson in a rematch of last week's Fortegra Invitational. Let's take a look at those starting lineups. Coming up on your screen right now for the Andrew Jackson Tigers, number 0, Terrell Mosley, the junior. Number 1, Jahari Simmons. Number 2, David Wilson. Playing number 4 tonight, Jaden Williams, another senior. And number 5, Tavion Lawson. Junior and senior heavy starting lineup for the Tigers. For the Eagles, Bryce Robinson, Cam Baskin, Carson Crawford will be a target to watch tonight. Aiden Greenidge and Nate Lowry will get the start tonight. Jumping center will be Carson Crawford. And for the Tigers, I can get him to turn around and see his number. We'll get that for you in just a sec, but here we go. An anticipated matchup tonight. Jackson's got their cheer squad out. Student section from Fleming filled up. There we go. Tavion Lawson will take the jump against Carson Crawford. We are ready. 8 minutes on the clock. Big match right here at the Nest. Jackson will get the first tip, and we are underway. And a steal right out the gate. Fleming Island not taking any chances with this Jackson team. They're both going to play fast and aggressive. Hole. That's in. Bryce Robinson starts the scoring for the Eagles. Full court pressure immediately, and that's going to be out of bounds, and they're going to turn it to Jackson. Again, this Jackson team, they play fast, 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 and they are equally matched in terms of athletes with this Golden Eagle team. One of the best teams in North Florida right now. Got knocked off by this Golden Eagle squad playing a gritty performance in that Fortegra tournament. Open 3 ball. Gets the Plinko bounce. David Wilson scores for the Tigers. Again, both of these teams coming into the contest at 9-1 respectively. Crawford gets blocked. Fast break now for the Tigers. They'll take the easy layup. Jaden Williams puts it in. Very rare block by Carson Crawford. He doesn't see that kind of defense very often, though. Robinson on the point guard duties. He'll try that right side. Sticks in the corner, and I think they're going to say he tiptoed on the baseline, and it's Jackson ball. 6:46 to go in this first quarter. Happy you're with us tonight on SSB in a highly anticipated semifinal matchup. Jahari Simmons will bring it across. They'll get down some pressure. There's a foul. That'll send David Wilson to the line. Call a foul on Aiden Greenidge. That's his first team foul. Again, Wilson to the line. He'll shoot the first free throws of the evening. First one's in. Jackson now extending that lead to 6-2 right now. Surprisingly, you can hear a pin drop right now for free throws despite all the Fleming Island students in the section over there. Shot comes up. That second one's good. 3-man pressure in the backcourt for Jackson. Fleming Island will play keep away. Try to get an outlet. They do. Lowry gets around. He loses the handle, then picks it up at the free throw line. Robinson will survey the scene and then come around. Eagles rotate, trying to find something in the lane. Crawford comes up, sets a screen. Outside shot, that is no good, but a rebound. Greenidge gets in on it, but the handle's lost. Jackson comes up with the loose ball. They'll meet Fleming Island's full court pressure and break. Mosley up with Baskin. Shot on the outside. That is no good, but we'll get a foul. That's going to be 3 shots. Call a foul on Lowry. That's his second team foul. Puts Jaden Williams to the line for the first time tonight. First one's in. Fleming Island playing their style of offense, but a little aggressive so far. Jackson sort of meeting that aggression.
Looks like we're going to have Isaiah Robinson check in. That second one's good. Robinson checks in. He'll give Lowry a spell. 9-2 right now, our score. We'll get a third shot here. Jackson wants to play fast tonight, but also shoot well from the free throw line as well. Got to get those freebies when you can. Trap in the corner attempt. They'll kick it out. Robinson gives it up. Baskin gets across the line. Looking for a pass on the outside. Kick it out to Crawford. Crawford thought about a three. Gets double teamed, and then they'll rotate. Good ball movement by the Eagles. Shot on the wing. A little short. Greenidge with an aggressive board, but Jackson picks it up. They're on the move. Fleming Island gets numbers back, but they leave a man on the wing, and that shot is no good. Crawford cleans that up. Fleming Island now on the break. They'll try to answer. Greenidge tries to tap it in. Does it. Good pass underneath to Crawford. He's got some trouble, and then we're going to get a call. Call the foul on Jahari Simmons. That's his first team foul. So they'll send Carson Crawford to the line for his first free throw attempts. A little strong, but he gets it. Another lucky roll. Haven't seen a lot of those in the tournament so far. Crawford now try a second one. Off the back of the rim there, no good. Jackson will board and move on, and they're going to move quickly. Not bothering to set up the offense. They're moving fast. A little shot there, blocked. No call, no foul. Jackson tries to trap. Isaiah now driving down the court. He sees an outlet. Baskin for three. No good. Again, crashing the boards is Robinson, and then he gives it to Greenidge, who put it in for the bucket. Tipped pass, that one falls into the student section, turns it over. Wild sequence there. Coming in now is Alexander Brown. And he'll let Greenidge get a break here early. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Again, Jackson resumes their full court pressure. They'll try to trap in the corner. And now they'll back off, just go man-to-man. Over to Brown. Brown puts it on, strong right hand. Finds a pass in the lane. Isaiah gets it through, no. Gets it out, Bryce now holding it. Crawford will travel. And we have a stoppage of play here. Looks like there's an object on the turf. And we're good to go. Again, happy you're with us tonight. This is first of two. We've got both semifinals for you in the gold division, and they look to be very competitive. Tigers on the move. They come from the elbow, kick it out. Aggressive move to the hole, a little floater, and Terrell Mosley puts it in. The lead is now 7 for the Golden Eagles to overcome here. Bryce Robinson in the corner on Mosley. Trying to find a passing outlet, finds Baskin. Little swat there, a little contact, no call. Baskin takes it, and they're going to say a jump ball. It'll stay down to Fleming. Back in the game now, Aiden Greenidge. He'll sit down, they'll shift and put Baskin on the bench for a minute. Crawford tried to get in the air on that one, lost the handle. He's got to get a pass out. Isaiah Robinson over the corner. There's Brown. He'll take a three. Triple. Needed that one to get him going, and a turnover. Greenidge holds it up, waits for Crawford. Crawford to the lane, gets the contact. Sends Crawford back to the line again. The foul on David Wilson. That's his first, second team foul. 3:45 to go in this opening quarter. What a game we're already having. Plenty of intensity. Crawford's shot is good. Cuts the lead to 3 now. Substitution coming in. Corenzas Denard will check in for the Tigers. Mosley will come and take a seat now. It's junior getting a breath after a pretty good opening quarter. Crawford to put Fleming Island in double digits. He does with a good stroke. Tigers back to work now. They got a pass in the corner. That was recovered. Fleming Island resuming full court pressure. Got a double team, and they're going to get a pass out. That is going to fall to the sidelines. Golden Eagles do their job there, turn the ball over. Cut this lead down to 2 right now. This is kind of how that first game went. Look kind of back and forth. Jackson would get a lead, and then Fleming Island would open it up. Swatted. Fighting for it. Can't get it, but he's going to get fouled and get to the line. Alexander Brown will shoot 2. 5'9" junior. First attempts from the charity stripe. A foul on Tavion Lawson. That's his first third-team foul. And the left-hander puts one in. Nice shot. Cuts it to 1. Gotta get a tie game here. And great free throw shooting. Perfect technique. Can't argue for anything more than that. Jackson now back on offense, and they're moving quick. I'm not sure if their offense is anything less than speed. And they're just gonna let that one sail out. Fleming Island gets the ball back. And we got exactly what we bargained for out of the Tigers. They have committed to that speed offense. Everything is a fast break pretty much. Bryce Robinson at point. He's up with Jahari Simmons. Give, dribble around, he's got an open man, kicks it out, closes it. Too strong on the dribble. Jackson again on the break. No foul by Fleming Island. That's going to be at the top. No good. Box out, recovered by the Tigers, and then the putback is good. Corenzas Denard off the bench, he scores. Eagles trying to look for an outlet. Avoid that 10 seconds. They do, breaking the press. Robinson looking for somebody to cut in the lane here. They'll rotate. Good stab, good poke right there. Jackson's going to get a bucket on this one. And no, that is blocked. Isaiah Robinson said, nah. Way to hustle back down on defense and swat that out. Jaden Williams will take a seat now. Coming into the game, Justin Jackson, number 3. Diego Rivera looks like he'll check in for the first time as well. He'll put Brown on the bench. Brown, some quality time in there, some points from the free throw line. 14-12 right now, our score. Float a pass out there and run the offense. These two teams very evenly matched in terms of athletic ability and speed. Trying to throw a screen, and no. Going to call a foul. Call a foul on Rivera. That's his first. Third team foul. Everybody's got one more foul to give in this quarter before they send the other to the line. And just checking in, that was Luke Frisbee. Coming around the left side. Drive to the hole and tried for the dunk and didn't get it. Boy, he got some altitude on that jump and just about jammed it in. But we get the foul. Aiden Greenidge with what I guess you would call a good foul, preventing the dunk from being an emotional point. But he sends Tavion Lawson to the line. Lawson listed at 6'3", the tallest guy in the Jackson squad. Scores that one, makes it a 3-point game. Second one is in. 2-possession game right now for the Golden Eagles. They've cut this one as close as they can so far. They haven't tied it just yet. Frisbee in a double team. Jackson playing aggressive. And I like the discipline on defense as well. They're reaching for the ball, but they're not making contact. So they are doing what they need to do fundamentally to get a good defensive play. Almost another one there. Rivera in the backcourt. He's going to try to get that down. He can't do it. But then we have a handle. Whoa! A lot of contact. Putback was good, but the foul occurred before that. And boy, that was an acrobatic move. Now they're going to call an offensive foul on Robinson. Isaiah Robinson gets called with a charge. Back to full court pressure. Fleming Island trying to trap in the corner. Tigers move on, get it out. Spin move right at half court. Good ball movement by the Tigers. Floats that one in there. Good. Boy, Mosley's been doing that all quarter long, and that little kiss. Rivera now with a one hop. Trying to motion his offense around. Stabs the floor, takes it himself, pulls up, doesn't get it, tries to crash the board. Jackson in a numbers game right now, but they pass it out, floated, that falls in. Again, Mosley with a good touch. Here we go, a little quick movement. Greenidge over there. Crawford saves that one. Coming up on a minute to play. Rivera loses it. Shot on the outside, Greenidge, no good, off the back of the rim. Tigers, 100 miles an hour. That one try for another dunk. That one kisses off the glass. No good, but the putback works. Denard, 45 seconds to go. They've extended the lead to 10s, their largest of the game so far. Rivera falls down and gets timeout called. Saved by the coach on that one. That's their first timeout of the game. Comes at 37.3 in this first quarter. 32nd timeout, Fleming Island. Well, if you've just joined us, you might want to get comfortable. This game is going to go very fast. We have been told in pregame that both teams are going to be moving very quickly tonight, and they are not disappointing. Again, if you're not aware, this is a rematch of the Fortegra Invitational Tournament, which Fleming Island and Jackson squared off for the title, and the Golden Eagles walked away with a trophy. Tonight's game is a semifinal matchup in the Gold Championship Division. The winner moves on to face either Ponte Vedra or Lake Highland Prep. That game follows this one. And also a programming note, we will be here tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock. We'll have Championship Saturday here at Battle on the Island. The girls' championship between Bowles and Ribault, and then the winners of our semifinal games in the green and gold divisions. We'll have the full breakdown of the tournament field and the championship schedule on social media. Rivera. Golden Eagles trying to find a chink in this offense or defense here. Frisbee with a quick dish. Tries the reverse, can't get that one. Jackson is everywhere on defense. They finally find a hole in the lane, and then they get the roll. Joseph Johnson checks in off the bench and scores a pair. Cuts it to 8, under 10 seconds to play. Tigers are moving fast like cats at this point, trying to get a final shot in, driving to the hole. Can't get that one. Justin Jackson tries to finish it off, no dice. No less than exciting in this first quarter. Our score, 22-14. Jackson with the lead right now. We'll take a quick commercial timeout, come back for the second quarter of action. You're watching the Battle on the Island tournament in the Gold Division right here on SSB.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster.
This presentation of Hoops on SSB brought to you in part by First Baptist Church of Orange Park over on Kingsley Avenue. We appreciate their sponsorship and support of our coverage of high school athletics. Welcome back to the second quarter here. Fleming Island down to Jackson 22-14. The Tigers coming out as expected, playing fast and playing aggressive right now. They've got an 8-point lead. Happier with us tonight on YouTube. Make sure you're smashing that subscribe button. Click the notification bell to be reminded of our next live broadcast. Stick around. We'll have that second game for you here in the Gold Division at approximately 8 p.m. And we're going to apparently add a little bit of time to, I guess, the period in between quarters here to fix something off to the side. Actually, I think Carson Crawford is over at the training table right now. I think he might have gotten nicked. I think if I heard the officials correctly, Trace Burney trying to make an early entrance into the game there. He's being asked to stand by. And I think that was in the event they needed to sub out Crawford for a minute to finish his time at the training table. All right, situation averted. We are moving on here. Justin Jackson matched up against Isaiah Robinson. And they're having a duel right now. We'll dish around. Fleming Island staying patient in 2-3 zone. They'll collapse from the foul line. No good. Rebound Crawford. He can do that a lot. He is hard to box out against if you don't get position on him early. Popped away. Jackson will actually get that back. They're going to say that is off of Robinson. Good defensive play by the Tigers to get the turnover. Robinson sort of shocked right now that that happened. Justin Jackson, the backup point guard now, running the offense. Matched up against Joe Johnson. Comes around with that left hand and loose ball for a second, but they'll rotate around. Fleming Island still staying in zone defense right now. Not matching Jackson's aggression on offense, but they get the turnover. Robinson, he's got Crawford with him. He's going to take a layup and tried to dish, but that's going to be off a Jackson player out of bounds on the baseline. Had Crawford down low. I think he just didn't see the angle. Could have had a nice little tap and layup right there, but no good. They'll go on underneath. And we have a call a foul on Joe Johnson. That's his first team foul in the quarter, and that turns the ball over back to Jackson. So an empty possession for the Golden Eagles after a turnover. They're going to try to get that one again. They can't do it, but actually I think they're going to turn it back. So mishandling of the ball there, and Fleming Island gets that one. I'm not sure if that was a makeup call for the one that happened earlier where Robinson kind of turned his palms up and said, gee, what did I do? So Jackson comes up empty on that one. Looking for an inbounds pass. Kind of a pedestrian pass there. Gets him trapped in the corner, but Robinson will get it and try to move around man coverage. Tayshawn Thomas up top now. Crawford saves that one right at the sideline. That's going to get tipped. Got to get that quick, and they're going to call that a backcourt violation. Although it looked like Jackson player may have contacted that, but nonetheless, referees don't see it that way. So no points for the last minute or so here. Lead has not changed. Justin Jackson comes out from the backcourt. Robinson up top with him. They switched their defense just a hair, kind of go more man on the outside. Maybe it looks like they're trying to run a box and one. Can't get that one off the sidelines. First time was a good move. Second one, not so much. Mass substitutions coming in. David Wilson comes back in. Jaden Williams comes back in. And Tavian Lawson. So they've cycled their starters back in. Johnson checks out for the Eagles. He's replaced by Alexander Brown. Fleming Island trying to cut into this 8-point lead right now. Nobody scored since the start of the quarter. Baskin is just having all sorts of trouble handling the ball here. Finally gets a pass off to Crawford. They've stifled him so far. Good stab right there by Jackson. All sorts of cartoon things happening with the ball here. Fleming Island trying to keep a grip on things. Loose ball again. Baskin kicks it out. He's got an open three. No good. Rebound and a putback. A little strong. That was a very unsettled series right there for Fleming Island. Oh my goodness, almost lost another one on the outside. I don't think you're going to get these teams to settle down at all. Nice pass as he's cutting to the lane. Finger rolls it in. Tavion Lawson with the gentle touch. It's like Greenidge and Trace Burney are going to check in for the Eagles. Got to get some sure-handed ball handlers going on now. Robinson takes it himself. He'll draw the foul. Call a foul on Wilson. That's his second, first team foul this quarter. Bryce Robinson to the line. Trying to get Fleming Island back on the floor. They are in a scoring drought right now. Subs coming in. Burney and Greenidge will check in. They'll send Baskin and Isaiah Robinson to the bench for a little while. Trace Burney's a name we know pretty well around here on the broadcast. Just finished up a pretty successful football season. Playoff run to the regional final. He's now back on the basketball side of things, and he is fast. Gets 1 out of 2 there, and if they need a burst of speed, Burney will provide it because Jackson is moving very quick, and that's a strong layup. No contact, no foul. Jackson recovers. Pretty hard to figure out what their offense is exactly. It's pretty much run, run, run. From the foul line, pull-up jumper, excellent shot. Jahari Simmons with the swish. Robinson back matched up with Terrell Mosley. That's going to be an interesting matchup for the remainder of the night. Burney now backs outside on the wing. Looking to get a pass in the lane. From about the elbow, Bryce Robinson holds up, puts the dribble on the floor. Brown has it kicked out. Send it down to the sidelines, and they'll stay with Fleming. The lead is 9. The largest lead has been 10. Golden Eagles trying to slow things down a little bit. Force Jackson into a slumber, if they will. Robinson trying to get it up top. Crawford fighting for it, can't get it. That's going to get swatted out, and they're going to stay down there with Fleming. They have not been able to find an answer to get Carson Crawford in the lane and score those easy baskets. Jackson is doing their best to sort of force his body outside and not get him deep down in low post. Burney. He'll take a stab at it, gets run into traffic, and Jackson runs away with it. And they're going to have another shot. Boy, shot right over Crawford, but that's going to get missed. Fleming Island on a full break. It's 2-on-3 right now. Burney on the outside, holds up. Brown thought about it, loses it, kicks it behind him. Jackson back on speed. 2-on-2 right now. Crawford doesn't get the foul in, doesn't get his hand up, but he manages to grab the loose ball. Crawford now. Almost avoided a backcourt violation, and they're going to say that's Jackson ball. Timeout called by Fleming Island. That's their second. He'll take a full timeout here. Coach Travis Chandler trying to get his team to settle down for a minute at the 3:52 mark in this first half. Have not been able to find an answer to the Jackson speed on offense, and then the defensive side of the ball. Their game is to pretty much get Fleming Island's big man in the hole, and he's not been able to do that so far tonight. So I would expect we're going to see some adjustments to that in the second half. Happy you're with us tonight for the first of our 2 games here in the Gold Championship Division, the first semifinal between Fleming and Jackson. Don't forget, stay with us on YouTube. You will get a second and separate game stream for Ponte Vedra and Lake Highland Prep, which is our second semifinal. Winner of those 2 games face each other on Saturday night. That's going to be our primetime matchup, the Gold Championship game. We'll also have the green and the girls championships earlier in the day. stay tuned for all of that. Of course, while we're here, I'll be taking a peek at the college football playoff. First round games underway. I understand it's supposed to be rather chilly up in South Bend, Indiana, as the Hoosiers take on Notre Dame in the first ever first round games of the CFP. Jackson back on the attack. Matched up with Crawford. Quick dish in the lane. Ball gets loose. Diego Rivera gets a hand on it. They'll recover. Greenidge will play catch with him, and they'll try to break the pressure, and Jackson backs off. 3.5 minutes to play. Bernie on the outside looking for Crawford. Can't get it. They've guarded him real well. Another attempt at a steal. Jackson's been stabbing at passes all day. Very disruptive on defense. Bernie, he'll take a three. That's too strong. Nobody there to receive it. Jackson again on the move. Constant transition basketball. A little contact, no call. Thought about a three. Drives to the the free throw line, spinning around. Now finds somebody on the wing. That is no good. Greenidge gets the rebound. They'll play quick. Crawford try to take it himself. He gets it and one. Much to the delight of the home crowd. Call a foul on Tavion Lawson. That's his second team foul in this quarter. Crawford on the line to complete a much-needed three-point play. Got that one. Points at the free throw line are going to be important. Whenever they get them, they got to make it. Fleming Island answering the full court pressure. Crawford now creeps back. He's playing up top unusually. Not normal to see him that far out. Jackson to the lane. No good. Clean. They'll get a pass. Coming up with the finger roll. No good. Griffin Schultz couldn't get it. Uh-oh. Lost that one. That's going to be on the sidelines, and Fleming's going to get the turnover. It's Chandler looking for a foul down there. Didn't seem to agree with the officials there. And now the Fleming Island crowd comes alive. First time they've made some noise here. Diego Rivera finds Crawford. Crawford puts it on the deck, but then Schultz is there to recover the loose ball. Rivera trying that right hand, trying to muscle his way in. Shot on the outside, no good. Got to get a rebound though. Greenidge loses it. Jackson pulls it in, under 2 to play. Jackson breaks the pressure. They've got a man advantage, and then Fleming Island comes back, collapsing wisely on defense. Quick pass in there. Schultz trying to get a hand on it, but he'll tip it out. Stops the advance. Denard checks back in for the Tigers. Lawson will take a seat. 1:44 to go in the period. Gets a score right there, and Fleming Island just sort of let that happen almost. Crawford from the half-court line. Gives to Baskin, who's advancing to that left side. Trying to penetrate. Baskin just strides in, making it look easy. Cuts it down to 8. Cam Baskin with Dr. J looking moves there. Just took 2 steps and floated. Jackson now coming up, aggressive once again, but picks up his dribble. Comes up, gets the roll. Tayshawn Thomas puts one in. Brings the lead back to 10. 1 minute to go in this first half, and it has been entertaining. Eagles now trying to cut into this lead before the half. Baskin again, he kicks it out. Schultz driving, 3 ball. Crawford's good. Absolutely buried it. Full court pressure resuming. Coaches yelling at each other right now. He's got a wide open shot. They kick it out. Pass in the lane again. Crawford tried to block, no good. Thomas scores again. Coming up on 20 seconds to go. 32-23. Fleming Island trying to get something going here before the end of the half. 15 seconds. Diego Rivera fighting with Thomas. Get a pass to Greenidge. Greenidge loses it, but he's going to get fouled. Call a foul on Denard. That's his first, third team foul. Stops the clock with 9.4 seconds. Jackson still leading by 9. Crawford trying to drive in the lane, loses his dribble. They'll get a ball to the outside. Schultz has got to get it up. Has the ball just stolen from him. And that's how we're going to end the first half. My goodness, this has been a slugfest. Jackson 32, Fleming Island 23 in round 2 of this back-to-back championship matchups. We've got halftime right now. We're going to take a break, come back, and we'll get ready for this second half. Don't think you're going to see anything less than fast in this second half. We'll be back. This is the Battle on the Island tournament. You're watching Hoops on SSB. Coming back after this commercial message.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Share and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.
Getting ready to get back to work here on this wonderful Friday night. Battle on the Island tournament, day 2. We're in the first of the 2 semifinal matchups in the gold bracket. 32-23 our score. Andrew Jackson with a commanding lead over the Golden Eagles. This has been an entertaining game to watch in terms of speed and athletic ability. If you like it fast, you're going to get all of that here tonight. Again, a reminder, our second game tonight, which is scheduled to tip off now, is actually behind schedule. So if you are expecting to see Ponte Vedra take on, actually no, I misspoke here, 8:30 is when our second game should start. We are running on track at the moment. But if you are expecting that game, stand by. That ball's going to stay with Fleming Island. But stand by for a separate channel, or separate stream rather, on our YouTube channel. We'll have all your action there. Again, approximately 8:30. Crawford now gets that one partially blocked from the free throw line. Stays down with Fleming Island. Crawford. Keep playing up top. Don't see that very often. This might be the adjustment. You've got Crawford on the floor right now, Bryce Robinson, that's Luke Frisbee up top, Aiden Greenidge, and Cam Baskin. Frisbee trying to rotate around, dragging a body with him. Baskin drives to the lane, tries that left-hand hook, no dice. Jackson back on the drive. They've pretty much done that the entire game. They like to play aggressive and quick. That one's going to float towards us. Hello, sir. Up close and personal with Jaden Williams there. Crawford kind of giving some instructions to Baskin here. Let's see what they do on the inbounds. Robinson. Coming around, they'll rotate over to Greenidge. 2 hands on the ball, wedged loose. Jackson gets that one. Mosley on his own. Swatted again. 2 blocks back to back by the Golden Eagles. Frisbee comes up for a 3-ball. Can't get it. Robinson, that's blocked. Tip, let's play ping pong ball. Jackson all alone, and the dunk. Tavion Lawson with the English. Jackson all fired up. They really want this game badly. Get a screen from Crawford. Frisbee back and forth with Baskin. Tries to set a screen and then heads to the lane. Doesn't see what he likes. They've got to get him out of the corner. Intercepted. And again, that one's going to get loose. Crawford holds that one up. Fleming Island on the break. He's got a one-on-one. Pass out. That's good. Frisbee finishes it off. Jackson right back to work on the inbounds. Not even wasting time. And he takes a charge. Bryce Robinson set his feet and ate every last bit of that one to get the ball back. Way to sacrifice your body. Foul on David Wilson. That's his 3rd personal. Frisbee comes out. They'll bring Lowry and Brown back in. 34-25 right now, 6-minute mark in the 3rd. A couple of entertaining opening possessions for both teams. You're watching the 2 best teams quite possibly in the North Florida area right now square off for a 2nd time in as many weeks. Lowry loses the handle. They give it up to Crawford, who hauls it in with that long frame. Crawford dribbles it himself, gets fouled. Not afraid to sacrifice his body, get contact. The foul on Wilson, that's his 4th, 2nd team foul. Right now, David Wilson is the only player on the Jackson roster that's in any foul trouble right now. Crawford misses that one. He's been perfect to the line up to that point. Nobody really in foul trouble for Fleming Island either. Aiden Greenidge has only got 2. Everybody else that has fouled in the book with just 1. Crawford makes up for the miss, makes it 34-26. 12 points now the deficit. Fleming Island trying to come roaring back in this game. They're playing a very fast squad. Drives to the hole, little floater, good. Jahari Simmons, boy, they can do that really well. Timeout called by Jackson. That's their 1st of the game. They'll take a 30-second timeout. The lead is 10 right now with 5:25 to go. Fleming Island has, again, not really found that answer just yet to the Jackson defense. And the offense, well, if you're not ready to run a track meet with these kids, you're probably not going to stay in the game very long. This is a fast squad. We expected that. I don't know if you can hear them overall to our right, but we've got their cheerleading squad over there. And Jackson brought out their whole squad today, and they've been making some noise. Picked up a little bit after that dunk, that's for sure. Coming back on the floor now. Fleming Island in that 10-point hole. They've got to try to force Jackson to slow down a little bit. I know that's probably easier said than done, but if they can get Jackson into some empty possessions, kind of cut into this lead. This is not insurmountable, but at the pace that the Tigers are playing right now, you wonder if Fleming Island can do that for another period. Robinson. Just to Crawford. Boy, we've seen a lot of loose balls and a lot of bad passes from both teams. Crawford tries to lay it in, get his own, but he'll turn it over. Crawford trying to put a little bit of touch on it, just not able to do so. Fleming Island going back to full court pressure. Jackson breaks that pretty easily and starts their offense. Simmons pulls it up. Got it. He's got a great touch. Robinson now on the right side. Drives into a double team, pulls up. He got a great stroke. Nice shot. Need some more of that. Stays at 10. Fleming Island backing off the pressure just a little, meeting them at 2/3 court. Shot on the outside, 3-ball, no, can't get the roll. Brown strips it off. He's in a bit of a trouble. Fleming Island gets it, now they're on a break. Lowry, he'll go. No, good box out there, getting Crawford away from the basket. Thomas gives it up. They'll shoot from outside, that's good. Jaden Williams with another triple, 41-28, 4 minutes to go. Coach Chandler, more substitutions. Trying to see if he can match speed with speed here. Blocked. Clean block all the way. Pass out. Crawford. He'll see Lowry for 3. Can't get it. Just a little off. Fleming Island needs a couple of those to fall. Simmons. Up top. He'll rotate. Comes around. Good crossover dribble. That was disgusting. But the shot was no good. Fleming Island. Double team. Can't get any help. Gets a pass off. Crawford saves it. Crawford takes it himself, spin move, off the glass, can't get the roll. Again, another fast break, that's gonna bounce off a Fleming Island player, but then Jackson recovers, they'll take it aggressive. Pass missed, but hauled in. Simmons slows it up a little. He cuts to the outside. Comes to the left side now, he'll dish it off to Thomas. Matched up with Crawford, they'll start again. Good move, another sick move, and another sick shot by Jahari Simmons. Just making Carson Crawford dizzy for a second there. Matched up with him real well, but the footwork was better. Timeout. Coach Chandler wants another timeout. He'll take a full one, that's 3. In the books, 2:29 to go, 43-28. Andrew Jackson dominating every facet of this game so far. Momentum not going Fleming Island's way at the moment. So the rematch a little bit more convincing for the Jackson perspective right now. But Fleming Island, again, not out of it yet. They're down 15, but they've got to find a way to get Jackson off balance somehow. They just play fast, aggressive, always running. They need to find a way to slow that down. Deep conversation over to the left of us here as Coach Chandler's trying to find a way to put a chink in this armor. Again, happy you're with us tonight on SSB. Just taking a look around the other sporting world right now. Some bowl games played earlier. Cure Bowl, very entertaining finish there. Ohio defeating Jack State 30-27. Gators victorious big over Tulane in the Gasparilla Bowl 33-8. Meanwhile, in progress, Indiana taking on Notre Dame in the college football playoff first round. Keeping an eye on that. I made sure to set my recording for that when I go home tonight and watch that late. Get a little football in tonight after all this basketball. So Isaiah Robinson checks back in for the Eagles. Diego Rivera also on the floor. Trace Burney. Crawford stays in right now at center, as does Aiden Greenidge. Jackson cheerleading squad making some noise over there. And what is the discussion about over here? I'm trying to see if I can read some lips. I think there might have been some conversation from the student section over there. I guess they're going to let things cool off for a minute. So Fleming Island will get the benefit of a bonus timeout here to try to discuss their strategy. Guess we'll take this as an unofficial media timeout right now. Remind you to find us on social media, would you? Facebook, Instagram, and X. On Facebook and X at SSBJax, and on Instagram at ssb.jax. Don't forget the website, ssbjax.com. We can find all of our information, our recent schedule. And we're trying to see if we can. Oh, okay. So what we're hearing right now is that the student section over there for Fleming Island is getting a little mouthy. So they're telling everybody to back up, sit in the bleachers, and stay away from the action. That's what the holdup is. So we've got the Clay County Sheriff's Office coming over to remind the students to behave themselves. Referee over there threatening ejection if necessary. Fleming Island probably taking this opportunity for a much-needed breath. Let's see if we resume action shortly. Again, a reminder, scheduled for 8:30 tonight. We are currently about 8:15 here on the East Coast, so it looks like that's going to get pushed back a little closer to 9 o'clock. But coming up next, the second game, the second semi in the Gold Division. Ponte Vedra taking on the Highlanders from Lake Highland Preparatory down in Central Florida. And while we're sorting this out here, let's take a 30-second break and let them get this situated. You're watching Hoops on SSB. We'll be back in a minute. Actually, hold up. I think we're good now. We got it all sorted. All right. Just got announcer jinxed myself here. So thought we had a chance for a quick break, let them sort it out, and now they got it all squared away. And looks like we got another one over here. That's I think somebody's getting ready to get tossed. And that's going to be on the internet, son, so don't get too proud of that. All right, let's get back to basketball. Diego Rivera now back at point guard. Matched up with Thomas. Crawford trying to use that big frame to get around. On the wing, take a dribble step, stab at the ball. Crawford comes loose, gets it blocked, but foul. Well, that'll light up the student section for the right reason. Foul on Tavion Lawson. That's his third team foul. Crawford to the line, shooting two. Good stroke there. Crawford's got excellent technique on his free throws. Some discussion from the Jackson sidelines now about some of the officiating, but that's good. Games like this with really talented teams, always contested from every angle. Even the coaches get into it. Everybody wants to win this one with two 9-1 teams. Jackson, fast. That's all I can say. Oh, loses that one. Jahari Simmons up top now with Trace Burney, who's fleet-footed himself. Drive to the lane, Thomas, no good. And Jackson's sidelines just jump up there. I don't know if they wanted a call or not. Pass, Greenidge will hit the handle. The ball's loose. They'll swat for it. Jackson's going to get that one in a 3-on-1. And turned over. Isaiah Robinson gets that one. Gets it over to Burney, who's going to run into some traffic, kicks it out. Greenidge now, one up. He pulls up, a little strong on the shot. Rivera a little late to the trigger. He had a chance to get that loose ball. Coach Chandler shaking his head. Rivera now playing aggressive to try to make up for it. Substitution coming in right now. Open shot, that's good. Jaden Williams for another triple. 46-30 right now. Again, Fleming Island came back from a deficit in their last meeting to win the championship game? Do they have gas in the tank less than a minute in the third? Crawford kicks it out. Nice pass. Greenidge puts it on the deck. Bounces it off the under part of the backboard. We're going to get a hands on the ball here and a jump. Possession error is going to go to Jackson. Joe Johnson checks into the game now. He'll give Greenidge a break. 38.6 on the clock here. Jackson ball up 16. Trap in the corner. Get out of the pressure. Ball's loose, but hauled in. They're going to play keep away. Got to watch that 10-second clock. Jackson gets across very quickly. Loose ball. Hauled in by the Tigers. And again, super aggressive. Outside, nope. Simmons thought about it, and then he'll pull back. In the corner, matched up with Crawford against the sideline. Simmons pulls up. Less than 10 seconds to go in this third quarter. Just as eventful as the other two. Simmons pulls up last minute, buries it. And that's how we're going to end the quarter. Jackson on their feet. The Tigers are celebrating. The rematch is going their way right now. 49-30. Fleming Island in a 19-point hole. When we come back, we're going to have the fourth quarter of this exciting game. Will Jackson punch back and win the rematch, or does Fleming Island have something to come back on? 8 minutes to go in the semifinals of the Gold Division. You're watching the Battle on the Island tournament. Hoops on SSP. We'll be right back.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.
Sunshine State Broadcasting presents the Battle on the Island tournament. BP alongside the SSB crew, we appreciate you joining us tonight for the rematch from the Fortegra Invitational Tournament, and it looks like the energy has carried over from that last game. Fleming Island playing on their home court. This is the 8th edition of the Battle on the Island tournament. Fleming Island has never won their own tournament in 8 tries. They usually use this as a nice end-of-year tool. They play some experienced teams, and that usually carries them on into district play further. This year is a little different. Carson Crawford is making it a little different with a shot there, cuts into the lead. Question is, do the Eagles have what it takes? That's loose. Fleming Island's going to get it. They need some more of that, and a pull-out. Crawford looking for the handle. They can't get it. Bodies flying everywhere. It's Jackson ball. Coaches imploring their players right now. It's just a point where you've got to settle down, focus, get your hands on the ball. Stay in full court. 17-point lead now. Trap deep in the backcourt. Jackson using that speed, good ball handling to get it out. Thomas goes coast to coast. Can't get the roll. Board comes in. Drops in for Denard and the foul. Foul on Robinson. That's his second. First team foul this quarter. Just a scenario check right here while we're at the free throw line. Fleming Island has 2 timeouts remaining. Jackson has 4. Again, first team foul of the quarter for either team. Denard, he can't complete the 3-point play. Eagles recover. Playing in that full court press. Jackson just going to pour it on. Keep Fleming Island off balance. Pass over, trying to get to Crawford in the lane. Another shot, and no good, but he's going to get fouled. He'll go for 3 shots. Jaden Williams burying threes all night, and he's going to do 3 from the line. Foul on Johnson. That's his second team foul. So back to the line goes Jaden Williams. AD Travis Cunningham doing a little double duty there. Getting some perspiration off the floor. Over on the sidelines, Luke Frisbee's going to check in. The lead is back to 19. First shot's no good. 19 has been the largest lead of the night for the Tigers. Fleming Island hasn't really led much in this game, if at all. Second shot's good, carries the lead to 20. Frisbee checks in. Johnson with 2 fouls would take a seat. Liz Frisbee is not in the book yet for any fouls. That's going to become a factor later on. Third shot is good, 53-32 now. Trying to run the weave here, get through that full court pressure. Crawford involved in it. They'll get it down. Good ball movement, good pass. Crawford tries to get that in and just sort of flings it up there, but draws contact. Jaden Williams, that's his first team foul for Jackson this quarter. Crawford will go back to the line. He'll shoot 2. And at this point, every time they go to the free throw line, it has to matter. They've got to get the buckets while the clock is stopped. They've got to conserve what they can of this time. Force those empty possessions for Jackson. Sure, Jackson losing to Fortegra last week left a little bit of a bad taste in their mouth. That was their first loss of the season. Jackson previously undefeated until they ran into Fleming Island late. Jackson coming into this tournament on Fleming Island's turf, and they would love nothing more than to finish this one with a dub, and they have got a chance with 21 on Fleming Island right now. And it looks like we're asking for some mop duty here. We'll just towel it off. Again, coming up next, Ponte Vedra will take on Lake Highland in the other semifinal of the Gold Division. Game originally scheduled to start at 8:30. At the conclusion of this game, we will change up, switch to a different stream, and have that game for you. Crawford's first shot is good. Second one, back down to 19 we go. Jackson will try to inbound here. Deep pressure, nearly intercepted and then picked up. Robinson forces that empty possession. Trace Burning on the outside, he loses the handle. Another one goes through. That one cleanly blocked. You want a foul over there in the Jackson sidelines. I don't think they're going to get it, but it'll stay down there with red. Schultz checks in now. Bernie gets a break. .6:45 to go in this very intense semifinal. Passes out. Williams gives it up. Simmons almost loses it. Gathers it in, takes a little floater, no good. Kicks it back out, 3-ball. That's no good. Crawford with the rebound. Fleming Island's got to capitalize on this. Got to score when Jackson does not. To the lane, no good. Rebound. Lost the handle. Baskin brings it in. He can't get the bucket. Robinson gets it in, tries to get it off the glass. No good. 3 attempts for Fleming Island, nothing doing. Jackson coming around now with that 19-point lead. Jahari Simmons marshaling the offense, looking to get a screen. Fleming Island goes into a double team. Another 3-ball. That's in and out of the rim. Crawford gets it in. Got to capitalize here. And maybe settle down a little bit. 3-ball, way outside. Schultz can't get it. A little strong. No crashing of the boards there. Jackson doing what they're doing. I think he might have walked on that one. No shot, no good. Put back is good. Denard. 55-34 now, approaching 5 minutes. Baskin, they're playing just as aggressive. He'll get a foul. And it looks like Fleming Island at this point is just trying to punch and counter punch. Denard gets the foul. That's his second team foul. Cam Baskin to the line, shooting 2. Fleming Island just can't get anything to fall. Substitutions coming in. Frisbee will take a seat. They'll put Greenidge back on the floor. Baskin gets the second one. Back to 20 points. It's not that the Golden Eagles have had opportunities, it's just not been able to finish. Trap again, Jackson breaks through. Good pass, good tip. Robinson with good defense there, forces it inbounds on the baseline there, stops the clock with 5:20. Jackson rotates around. Wilson matched up with Schultz. Crawford at the top. Spin move. Good one. Partially blocked, it looked like. And they're going to turn it over to Fleming Island. So again, empty possession there for Jackson. Fleming Island's got to march right back down here and score. Still plenty. Oh no, they lost the handle on it. That's good. And you can't turn the ball over there on the inbounds like that. 57-35 now, under 5. Greenidge takes it himself. Crossover, can't get the roll. Crawford puts it back, scores. Just unlucky on the rolls tonight for Fleming Island. Meanwhile, Jackson is just buying buckets and he'll pass it to his coach. Nice pass, he's just not in the game right now. Greenidge rotates around. Faked like he was going to hand off to Schultz, and he doesn't. Greenidge, he'll take a 3. He buries it. Well, it's only 2 now. He's in front of the line. He's got to stay on the press now. Trap in the corner. Fleming Island trying to get a ball on the turnover. Jackson playing disciplined. Denard kicks it back. Give and go. Good. Tavion Lawson gets it from Denard. Eagles back on the attack. Schultz, little baby jump. No good. Crawford can't get it. Tips, no. This one's going to get laid in real quick. Simmons to Jackson. Jackson cheerleaders turning it up. Marshalling their team on. This is going to be a big win for Jackson. 3-ball on the outside. No good. Schultz with a powerful rebound. Bounces it off somebody's foot. Brown gets it blocked. Hauls it back in. Another loose ball. Kicks it out. Greenidge drives to the lane. Tries to dunk it himself. That was probably ill-advised. Crawford down low. They'll turn it over. Fleming Island trying to do everything they can, and I see frustration now. That dunk attempt was frustration. They're going to pass that all the way into the backcourt. Robinson comes up. Get a screen from Crawford. Kicks out. Try another 3-ball. Gets the roll. That's only 2, though. Looks like he stepped in front. Any port in a storm at this point. 61-41 right now. Jackson just pouring it on. They have held Fleming Island at bay tonight. They've executed exactly the way they wanted to. Simmons over in the corner, kicks it in the lane. That is up and good. Well, if you're the Golden Eagles, this is not what this expected to be. There's a pull-up jumper and a good shot. Timeout called by Travis Chandler. That's his fourth. He's got one more left to go. Looks like he was going to do some mass substitutions there. 2:34 to go. 63-43. Despite the score, though, this has been an intense ball game. We've seen just a little of everything. But the way it looks right now with the time on the clock and the score differential here, Andrew Jackson will advance. They will likely play the winner of Ponte Vedra and Lake Highland, which will happen a little bit later on. Again, if you're the Golden Eagles, you won't really have a whole lot to hang your head on. I mean, you just come off a tournament win. You faced this team before, and they pretty much had their number tonight. Hat off to Andrew Jackson for coming out and recovering from that event. Of course, you know, they won their first game here of the tournament. Fleming Island not done, though. They will move on to the third place game after this is over. So they still have something to play for tomorrow. And again, Golden Eagles have never won their own tournament. And I believe a third place finish might be a best for them after the 8 tournament years they've done this. So still a lot to play for, though. This Fleming Island team will learn from this experience, I'm sure. Hello. Look what I found. I wouldn't believe how excited I am to have that done, too. I've been waiting for a ball to come this way, the way they've been flying tonight. Tigers on the move. And they are still playing fast. That's a 3. That's good. Simmons with another triple. And there's no let up in this team either. They are going to play to the last second, play down to the final whistle. You figure with a lead this big, they just take some time off the clock, and no, they're going to make this statement win here. Simmons one more time, gives it up. Blocked. Excellent block. Put back, no good. Foul on Johnson, that's his third team foul. So Corensis Denard back to the line. Some more subs coming in. Looks like we might have James Middleton checked back in for Jackson. That's good. First shot. Middleton will come in right now, start resting some of those Jackson players. Jaden Williams had him a night. Second one's no good. Rebound. Isaiah Robinson back on the floor for the Golden Eagles. Diego Rivera now back in. They'll give to Frisbee. Frisbee will shoot. I'm sorry, that was Lowry. Fleming Island backs off the full court pressure at this point. 90 seconds to play. Pass underneath. Wow, there really is no let up in this Jackson team at all. Just executing at a high level, and that's why they're one of the best teams in the area. Pass out to Robinson. Robinson looking for something on the wing, trying to find a screen. He gets one. Trying to kick it out. Rivera, he gets it blocked. Absolutely rejected. Jackson breaks down. Final minute to play. No, they'll just sail that one to the sidelines. And mass substitutions now for Jackson. They'll rest those regular players there. Well, they have put on a show tonight. (69-43). Final minute here of this semifinal matchup. Grace Burney back on the floor. And they'll turn it over again. Even the backups are playing hard tonight. My goodness. Look at that sideline over there. Jumping up and down. Three ball, no good. Rolls that one out. Thomas is going to get it. He's going to stow. No, they're going to get it for a travel violation. Just didn't get that squared away. Well, the good news for us is that we're going to see this Jackson team again tomorrow. And that's going to be one heck of a championship game. So lock it in, folks. The Jackson Tigers have made a statement win tonight, bouncing back from losing the Fortegra Invitational to these Golden Eagles. Fleming Island will move on to a third-place game. But the Tigers are roaring tonight. They have taken it here to the Golden Eagles, and a final shot there. That's going to be no good. And Andrew Jackson on top, 71-43, your final score. Round 2 goes to Jackson. They will face the winner of Ponte Vedra and Lake Highland coming up next. 8:39 on the clock here. They're going to have a warm-up period, and we'll get a chance to get reset. So programming reminder for you, we're going to come around to another channel or another video here live. Oh, no, we're going to keep it here. All right, so stay here with us. Ponte Vedra making their entrance. They're going to have a 10-minute warm-up period, and we'll get ourselves reset. So with that being said, let's take a commercial timeout. We'll stay right here. Don't go anywhere. If you're expecting Ponte Vedra and Lake Highland, keep it on this live stream right now. Commercial break. When we come back, we'll reset, get some starting lineups, and get set for our second semifinal. You're watching the Battle on the Island on SSB. We'll be right back.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue.
Sunshine State Broadcasting, your community broadcaster. Subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X.